Welcome inside Alta High School for a High School Rewind Game of the Week. I am Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us for our matchup, the Bingham Miners and the Alta Hawks. Welcome, everybody. So glad to have you along with us. We're in Week 4 in region play, and we have a big tilt tonight between Alta and Bingham as both teams continue to move toward securing seeds to head into the 5A state tournament. Let's start with the Bingham Miners. Been a little bit since we've seen Bingham. Their season's been a little bit up and down. They've lost a number of tough games, and just last week lost a tough one to Brighton, losing by 11, and they're going to come in tonight looking to bounce off that loss and get a region win and move to 3-1 in region. They come in on the season 7-7 and 2-1 in region play, and as we know, region plays will get you into the playoffs. They are led by Jordan Evans, who's averaging 12.7 points a game, and then the young man Yoeli Childs. Beginning of the year, we had talked about Ryan Turner being one of the leaders, but Yoeli Childs, a young player playing in the post, has stepped up and played very, very well for the Bingham Miners, and he's going to have to do that again tonight against Alta. Alta comes in 15-1 on the season, 3-0 in region play, and they're absolutely flying high. Have some impressive victories on the season, and they're continuing to look their way through region and have put themselves in a position to contend for the 5A state championship. They are led by a terrific backcourt in Zach Rollins and Trevor Hill. Zach averages a little over 13 points a game. Trevor Hill's around 10 points a game. They're very good. Zach Rollins is an outside marksman, where Trevor Hill's more of a slasher type of player, and they really complement one another very, very well. Well, you know our teams and our players. We come back, I'll be opening tip-off. You are watching High School Rewind only on Xfinity On Demand. And we're set for the opening tip-off of Bingham and Alta. Yoeli Childs loses the tip to Landon Albrecht, and it goes out of bounds off Elijah Glissmeyer, and we'll go with Bingham. A fresh look to the Bingham Miner starting lineup. Jordan Evans has a cast on his hand, will not play tonight. Looks like Ryan Turner might be coming off the bench. There's a three on the way, and it rattles out. Rebound to Albrecht. Three off the hand on Mike Green. Quickly down the floor with Trevor Hill and the Hawks. Hill in the lane, terminates, and gets it back to Albrecht, and now back to Hill. Hill in the lane, out to Heslop. Now Elijah Glissmeyer. Here's Zach Rollins, and Rollins is fouled by Yoeli Childs. That'll be the first team foul on Bingham. Here's Elijah Glissmeyer. Back to Trevor Hill. He'll pull for three, and that's too long from Trevor Hill. Rebound, Daylor Youngblood, and quickly down the floor with Bingham. Here's Green. Up top, Kyle Gehrig, starting quarterback of the state championship Bingham Miners. Yoeli Childs back to Gehrig. Boyzetta. Now Green back to Youngblood. He'll pull for three. And Daylor Youngblood's three rattles out. And back down the floor we go with Alta. Here's Landon Albrecht. Has back Elijah Glissmeyer. Now Zach Rollins. Rollins in the corner to Hill. There's Landon Albrecht. Hill down the baseline. He stepped out of bounds. Turnover. We'll go back with Bingham. It's back down the floor with Daylor Youngblood and the Miners after the turnover. Cross court to Green. Green dropping inside Yoeli Childs. Childs turns base off the window and just crawls off. Three shots now for Bingham that just rattled out of the rim. Back down the floor, Hill picking his way down the lane. And that pass is Aaron looking for Glissmeyer, picked off by Green. Got Gehrig coming down left side. Gehrig lays it up the window and in. Nice hustle from Gehrig and a beautiful look from Green. Back down the floor with Alta as Bingham strikes first. 2-0, 5:50 remaining in the first. Zach Rollins going to be fouled by Green. And that's the second team foul on the Miners. Here's Elijah Glissmeyer. They'll hand off to Zach Rollins. Rollins picking his way on Gehrig. Crossover, and the jumper is short. And the rebound taken by Green. Bingham quick up the floor. Green hands back. Three on the way. Gozetta. And that finds back of the rim. Rebound to Trevor Hill. Quickly down the floor now. And Hill will back things out and set up the offense for Alta. Zach Rollins. Hands back to Hill. Now Albrecht. Here's Hill, Daylor Youngblood with him. That'll be a fun matchup throughout the night. Elijah Glissmeyer jump hook won't go. Rebound, Yoeli Childs now on the move with Green and the Miners. Here's Gehrig, hands back to Childs and will set up the offense for the Bingham Miners. Low scoring affair, 4:50 remaining in the first, 2-0 lead for the Miners. Here's Daylor Youngblood. Drop it inside, Yoeli Childs. And Childs is fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Childs made the first free throw. And shorts the second, rebound to Hill. 3-0 lead for the Miners inside of 4:40. Hill to the hole, and he's fouled by Youngblood. It'll be 2 free throws coming away of Trevor Hill, and that's a 3rd team foul on Bingham. Hill made the first free throw and has got 1 more. Shorts the second. Out on the board, 3-1 the lead for Bingham. 4:30 remaining in the first quarter. Youngblood in the front court. In the corner now, Kyle Gehrig. Drop it inside to Childs. Double team there. Albrecht with a swat. Hill picks it up, going right at Daylor Youngblood. Goes at it, floated up, and good. A good no call. Is Youngblood able to avoid the contact? Quickly down the floor now with Youngbloods. We're tied at 3. Here's Childs. Got the bump and the bucket, no call. And it's 5-3 now in favor of Bingham. Hill out to Glissmeyer. Hands back to Hill. Now Albrecht. And here's Zach Rollins. And that pass nearly stolen. Green, nice job of jumping the crossover. Albrecht swatted away by Gozetta, and will stay here with Alta. Here's Albrecht to trigger. And he has to go all the way into the backcourt to Trevor Hill, as Hill will walk it back up the floor. As mentioned, Alta coming in 15-1 on the season, 3-0 in region play. A nice win against Brighton last week, and also Copper Hills. As Region 3 really looks to be all Alta. And we'll see if Brock Miller and the Bengals have a little bit of a run in them in the second half of the season. Jumper on the baseline, good for Carter Heslop. Ties us up at 5 as we near the 3-minute mark. Youngblood now goes Zeta on the angle with Kyle Gehrig for 3. And Gehrig hits the triple, and it's an 8-5 lead for Bingham. You know, talking with Bingham coaches at the beginning of the year, they knew it would take some time to get into a rhythm because of football and how deep that went into the season, winning the state championship. Only had a few practices as Albrecht is fouled, going to the hole, and he'll shoot 2 free throws. Albrecht made both free throws. Our score now 8-7 in favor of Bingham. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Here's Daylor Youngblood on the angle with Shoemaker, and has that stolen by Rollins. Rollins going the other way, Shoemaker on his hip. Rollins gets him past and makes the layup. And it's now 9-8 in favor of Alta. Nice stripping score by Zach Rollins. Here's Youngblood. Out to Gozetta, drop it inside Childs. And Childs shuffled his feet. Turnover, and we'll go back with the Alta Hawks. So after the timeout from Bingham, 9-8 the lead for the Hawks. Here's Trevor Hill. Works off the screen, now on the baseline to Heslop. Heslop now Rollins. Rollins down the lane, pull up. Crawls off the rim, and Childs with the board, pushing up the floor now with Daylor Youngblood. Youngblood cross court, Gehrig. Gehrig now out, Shoemaker, here's Youngblood. Fall on the baseline, that won't go for Gehrig, rebound to Trevor Hill. Now Zach Rollins, he'll pull for 3. Can't find the range as Childs clears it. And now down the floor with Youngblood. Youngblood, one of the holdovers from last year's team. You mentioned Jordan Evans injured, not playing tonight. You have to see Turner, who we expected to see a lot of at the beginning of the year. Now here's Youngblood. Now goes Zeta. 50 seconds remaining. Inside. Childs, left hand and good. Joey Childs is just a sophomore. He's seeing the skill that's already being developed in that young man. Here's Zach Rollins. Down to 35 seconds on the shot, or on the game clock rather. And Alta will presumably hold for the final shot of the quarter. Here's Landon Albrecht. Albrecht holding up top. An interesting first quarter. Pushing the ball and pulling it back out as Bingham, as you mentioned, down their leading scorer. Going to try to keep this game close by possession. Rollins, now Heslop. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Rollins at the buzzer. Got the three to go. And at the end of one, it's Alta 12, Bingham 10 off the three of Zach Rollins. Beginning the second quarter. They'll be out the ball off the alternate possession. Hill working on Green, fall away jumper, good. 14-10, the lead now for the Hawks. As Green gives Gozetta on the angle with Shoemaker, now Gehrig. Here's Green. Three on the way, 3-2 strong. Up the hand of Jared Holman. Quickly up the floor. Rollins for three. Back iron, rebound Shoemaker. Here's Green, push it up the floor, 3-on-2. Green goes against Hill. Can't get it to go. Loose ball taken by Holman. Can't finish the bunny. And the rebound taken by Alta. Abraham Gerlach. And now on the other end, Quismeyer can't finish. Heslop at the board. Rollins now here to Hill. Hill will pull up at the free throw line and hit. Trevor Hill. Unofficially now with 7 points. Goizetta now to Green, pardon me. Inside Holman, and Holman fouled. There'll be 2 free throws coming away of Holman. Holman made the first. That was the second team foul on the Hawks. And the second is off the mark, and rebound to Gerlach. 4-on-4 as Heslop brings it up the floor. Hands off Gerlach to the hole. Gerlach blocked from behind by Holman. They're going to get him with the foul, and that'll be the 15th foul on Bingham. Abraham Gerlach missed the first. And makes the second. 16-11, the lead for Alta. Pardon me, 17-11. Here's Holman. Now Youngblood. Shoemaker now to Holman. Goes at Albrecht off the window and good. Nice take and finish by Jared Holman. That's a junior. Here's Hill. Cross court to Albrecht. Hands back. Heslop for three. And that's off the mark. Gerlach saves it in to Albrecht. Now Rollins. He'll pull for three. And that's off the mark. And Yoeli Childs goes up, gets the board. Clears the Youngblood. Youngblood outside to Shoemaker. And Shoemaker hands to Youngblood and will set up the offense. 5:50 remaining in the first half. Youngblood. Now inside Holman. Holman off the window again and finishes. 17-15. 5.5 remaining in the first half. Here's Albrecht. Now Zach Rollins. Back to Albrecht. Now Gerlach. Heslop. Gets it outside to Hill. And he'll set it up again for Alta. Albrecht jumper at the free throw line. Good. Hill backed it up. And he got a nice shot from Albrecht, his 4th point. 19-15 the lead for Alta. Here's Shoemaker. Now Daylor Youngblood. Yoeli Childs. Here to Green. Up top, Shoemaker. Oh, Holman again has scored 6 straight points. timeout, Coach Barker. 4:30 remaining in the first half, 19-17. Alta leads, but a 6-0 run by Bingham. So after the timeout, down the floor we go with Alta. There's Trevor Hill, 7 points for Hill. We saw him against Davis, scores in spurts. Here's Albrecht. Nice defense by Gazzetta. Gets it out to Rollins. Rollins in the lane, pirouettes. And a call on the floor. Green a little bit beside himself. That's a 16 foul on Bingham. Albrecht to trigger. And he gets it into Hill. Rollins in the corner, Glissmeyer. Back to Hill. Hill with the ball fake. Got the defense to move. Goes at Childs and finishes. 9 points now for Trevor Hill. And a 4-point lead for Alta. Gehrig drop it inside to Childs. Has that slapped away by Rollins, and a call on the floor. They're going to get Rollins to the reach, and no, they're going to get the foul from behind on Heslop. Youngblood to trigger after the foul on Heslop. Gets it into Childs. Childs can't finish. That ball goes off of Glissmeyer and will stay here. Youngblood to trigger the inbound. He gets it in. Pump fake, and a shot is good. John Lindsay comes off the bench and scores. 21-19. Hill now to Rollins. Here's Albrecht. Now Glissmeyer. And back to Rollins. Glissmeyer to Albrecht. Albrecht put on the floor, down the baseline. He lost the handles. He was going up. Rebound to Bingham. Quickly down the floor with Gehrig. Here's Goizetta. And he'll get it to Youngblood and set up the offense. Lob inside to Childs. And as it's stolen by Trevor Hill. Hill pushing into the front court. Hill will pull up in the lane. Too strong. Rebound slapped away by Albrecht and out of bounds off of Alta. And we'll go the other way. Youngblood walking in the front court. Here's Goizetta. Youngblood outside to Yoli Childs. Back to Daylor Youngblood. He'll set it back up. 2-point lead for Alta. Here's Kyle Gehrig. And a foul away from the ball will go against Bingham. That's the 17th foul, as that is charged to Goizetta. So after the foul on Goizetta, that's the 17th foul on Bingham. 3 team fouls on Alta. 2:20 remaining in the first half. Finds Rollins. Rollins again for 3. And his second of the half. Zach Rollins with a triple. 24-19 the lead for Alta. Here's Youngblood. Now on the angle. Lindsay gets it into Child. Power dribble. Oh, nice reverse and finish. Beautiful job by Yoeli Childs. He has dominated the first half. Played very, very well. Albrecht. Outside to Glissmeyer. Here's Chris Roberts. And Glissmeyer Rollins. That one slapped back by Daylor Youngblood. 1.5 remaining in the half. And we'll have a kick ball on Youngblood. Outside Glissmeyer. Here's Albrecht. Now Roberts. Here's Trevor Hill. He'll pull up at the junction and is fouled on the shot. And Hill will go back to the line to shoot 2. Hill made the first. And gets the second. 11 points now for Trevor Hill. 26-21 the lead for Alta. 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in the first half of plays. Daylor Youngblood sets up the offense. Now to Lindsay. Here's Kyle Gehrig. Oh, nice fine backside, and Child scores again. Yoeli Childs. No answer inside from Alta. Back down the floor we come with Trevor Hill. Bev Childs with 7 points. Feels like it's been a little bit more than that. But 40 seconds now remaining as Trevor Hill holds it out for the final shot of the half, and our plug for a shot clock in the high school basketball. As we've mentioned so often in these games, inside of a minute almost becomes the last possession instantly, as Hill will hold with 20 seconds now on the clock. Now down to 15. Now down to 10. He'll set up the play as he hands off Roberts. Roberts to Rollins. Rollins, Glissmeyer will pull for three, and that's off the mark. Rebound to Gehrig. 2 seconds. 1 second. He'll count if it goes. And Gehrig just missed the half-court shot. And at the end of one half of play, it's the Alta Hawks 26, the Bingham Miners 23. And welcome back for the second half. 25-23 the lead for Alta. Start with Bingham. Taylor Youngblood looking inside. Yoeli Childs posting up on Elijah Glissmeyer. Here's Green. Gehrig backs it out, now gives it up to Childs. Back to Green. Green down the lane, takes a bump, try to kick it out, and it's stolen by Zach Rollins. Down the floor we go with Alta. Here's Landon Albrecht, and he'll back out the offense. There's Trevor Hill, who had 11 points. Now Zach Rollins. Here's Landon Albrecht. Albrecht down the lane, takes a bump, misses. Rebound to Childs. Now push it up the floor with Dale Youngblood. In the corner, Green, I'll work it around Childs. Here's Gehrig. And now up top with Youngblood once again. Here's Goizetta. Now Green. Bingham going to take their time. Youngblood down the baseline. He is fouled as he goes down the baseline. It'll be the first team foul on Alta. Youngblood inbound. That pass swatted away, taken by Zach Rollins. So 3-point lead for Alta, 26-23. Here's Glissmeyer on the angle with Trevor Hill. He drops it inside to Heslop. Heslop spin, baseline, swat away by Goizetta. But he gets it back. Here's Albrecht. Now Glissmeyer to Hill. Here's Rollins. And Rollins going to be called for traveling. And it'll be a turnover, and we'll go with Bingham. So down the floor we go with Taylor Youngblood and the Bingham Miners. A slower paced game tonight. Neither team pushes up the floor. Here's Yoeli Childs over the top of Glissmeyer. Can't finish. Rebound to Albrecht. Albrecht quickly hands back to Rollins. Albrecht down the baseline. And we're going to have an offensive foul. And that's going to be called on Carter Heslop. Second team foul on Alta. So fouls and turnovers. The first 2 minutes of the half. We get the score as we have 5:45 remaining in the third quarter. Here's Youngblood jumping. That's wide left, and the rebound to Glissmeyer. He gives it up to Albrecht. Now quickly down the floor. Here's Zach Rollins. Rollins down the lane. Rollins floated up and score it. Zach Rollins scored from the outside. Now scores inside. Has 10 points. Here's Taylor Youngblood. Now Goizetta dropping inside Childs. Childs bumps his way down. Can't finish. Rebound taken by Rollins. Up the floor now, Landon Albrecht. 1-on-3. Hands back to Rollins. Now back to Hill. Hill to the hole. Hill will finish off the window. 30-23 the lead for Alta. Timeout, Bingham. 5:01 remaining in the third, and it's a 7-point lead for Alta. So after the timeout, let's see what Bingham has put together coming out of the timeout. Youngblood. Now Goizetta. Here's Kyle Gehrig. Up on the angle Nice find inside. Goizeta working on Heslop. Fall away, won't go, and a foul. Goizeta will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw good from Goizeta. That's the third team foul on Alta. Second foul on Landon Albrecht. Both free throws were good. 30-25 our score. Full court pressure coming from Bingham. Here's Zach Rollins. Now Glissmeyer. Glissmeyer in the lane, out to Hill. Hill finds inside. Gerlach kicks it out to Albrecht. And Albrecht dribbles off of Green, and it's a turnover. Back down the floor we go with Bingham. Green down the lane. Try to get it to the corner of the Shoemaker. Loose ball picked up by Youngblood, and he'll set up the offense once again for Bingham. Here's Green. Now Youngblood. On the angle, Gehrig. Drop it inside to Yoeli Childs. Hands back, Goizeta. And a long range 2 won't go. Rebound to Albrecht. Back down the floor we go with Alta. Halfway through the third quarter, 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Here's Trevor Hill. Glissmeyer hands to Rollins. Now Albrecht. Put it on the floor. Shovel to Gerlich. Back out top. Glissmeyer for 3. That's too strong. Rebound to Goizeta. Now on the run with Youngblood. In the corner, Green. Here's Gehrig. Cross to Green. Thought about 3. Now hands off to Youngblood. And he'll back it out again. Long possessions here for Bingham. Off the screen of Childs. Green takes a bump and gets the bucket. Long possession for Bingham turns into points and a chance for a 3-point play. Mike Green at the line. And the junior guard rattles out the free throw and a rebound to Alta. 3-point lead to the Hawks. Here's Rollins. Rollins down the baseline. Rollins, the left hand, too strong. And we're going to have a foul after the rebound. And it'll be the 15th foul on the Hawks. Timeout, Alta. 2:55 remaining in the third. 30-27, Hawks. So after a timeout from Alta, it's a 3-point lead. 5 team fouls on the Hawks, no team fouls on the Miners to start the third quarter. Goizeta for 3 in the tie, and that's wide to the right. Rebound to Alta. Quickly down the floor. Here's Trevor Hill. And now Alta will set up their offense. Both teams taking long possessions, especially throughout the second half, shortening down this game. Albrecht now to Hill. Back to Albrecht. And now Trevor Hill will bring him to the top. 3-2 zone employed by Bingham. Albrecht back to Hill. Hill going to drive to the hole. Hill with the reverse, can't finish. Albrecht with a tip, and he's fouled on the putback. That'll be the first team foul charged to Bingham. I wonder if they're going to call the shots or caught on the floor. Albrecht made the first. And the second. 32-27 the lead for Alta. They now employ a full court press. Here's Green. Ahead to Youngblood. And he'll back it out in the corner. Shoemaker over the top to Childs, and Childs lays it up and in. Mismatch with Trevor Hill on his back. Unofficially 9 points for Yoeli Childs. .135 remaining in the third quarter. Here's Elijah Glissmeyer, now to Rollins. Up top to Hill, and now to Albrecht. Albrecht inside out. Hill thought about 3, pump fake, goes to the hole. Has a man on his back and finishes. Expected to hear a whistle, didn't have one. That's now 15 points for Trevor Hill. 34-29, minute 10 remaining in the third. In the corner, Green, and a foul on Zach Rollins. That is now the 6th team foul on Alta. The next foul will be bonus time for Bingham. Lindsay to inbound. Gets it into Shoemaker. Back to Lindsay for 3, and Lindsay finds the range from downtown and makes it a 2-point game just like that, 34-32, inside of a minute remaining, 55 seconds. Hill is fouled by Green, and that's just the second team foul on Bingham. 50 seconds. Drop it inside Glissmeyer, and Glissmeyer lays it out the window. 36-32. First points of the game for Elijah Glissmeyer. Outside to Lindsay, who just hit the three. 35 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Here's Lindsay. Drop it inside Holman. Backs his way down. Are they going to count it or are they call it on the floor? They call Holman with the travel. So no foul, no points. It'll be Alta ball. 20 seconds now remaining into third quarter as Hill walks up the floor and will look for the last shot of the quarter. Go up by 6 or 7. 10 seconds now. 5 seconds. Holding far from the hole. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. They'll count if it goes. And that's off the mark. And Gerlich's put back. No bucket. Well after the buzzer sounded. And at the end of 3, it's Alta 36, Bingham 32. Beginning of the fourth quarter, a 4-point lead for Alta. Here's Michael DeLue. Albrecht now to Rollins. Rollins in the corner, Albrecht. Albrecht in the lane. Albrecht is fouled. And they're to call Albrecht with a charge. That was a deep, deep call underneath the hole against Landon Albrecht. Those type of calls that brought the halo to the NBA. His third personal foul, the 17th foul on Alta. Bingham will be in the bonus the entire fourth quarter. Inside Yoli Childs. Kicked it out. No kickball. There it is. Kickball inbound near side. Green inbound, lobs into Childs. Big man waiting. Now gets it back out to Green. Bingham trailing by 4. Green crossover down the lane to the hole and finish. Nice take and finish by Green. And our score now 36-34. 4 points now for the young junior guard. Here's Albrecht. Outside Glissmeyer. Now DeLue. Heslip hands to Rollins. Rollins will go to the hole. And we're going to have a foul before the shot. Oh, we're going to count it. Count the bucket. And it'll be a chance for a 3-point play from Zach Rollins. Count the bucket for Rollins. That was a NBA and college-like continuation there. But he completes a 3-point play. 39-34. The Hawks extend their lead to with 6:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. Green, now Goizetta, back to Green. Shoemaker hands back to Green. Again, Bingham taking long possessions. Green down the hole, and we're going to have a foul on the floor against Zach Rollins. Yoli Childs made the front end a 1-and-1. Back rims the second rebound to Carter Heslop. Our score now 39-35. Down the floor we go with Trevor Hill. Glissmeyer hands to Rollins. Rollins down the lane. Rollins bumped and fouled. They'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. That foul will go against Yoeli Childs. Rollins made the first free throw. 14 fouls now on Bingham. And he makes the second. Now with 15. Youngblood hands off to Gehrig. Cross-court Shoemaker. Here's Goizetta. Now Youngblood. Youngblood back to Shoemaker. 4-3. Too strong, and a rebound collected by Hill. Big possessions defensively for Bingham. And a chance for Alta to really space themselves in this ball game. Up by 6, can get up by 8 or 9. Here's Hill. Pull up at the junction. And Hill rattles home the big shot. 5:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. Trevor Hill now with 17. Bingham's have to speed up their offense. Here's Gehrig. Gehrig down the lane, swatted away by Albrecht. And we'll stay here with Bingham. Youngblood inbound, all nice play off the inbound, and one for Goizeta. And it'll be a foul on Elijah Glissmeyer, and the and one opportunity coming the way of Bingham. Goizeta makes the free throw. Our score now 43-38. 5 minutes and 20 seconds now remaining in the fourth quarter. Here's Glissmeyer. Now Albrecht. Holds, now hands to Carter Heslop. Heslop has that one slapped away, but picked up by Trevor Hill. Hill goes right to the hole. And a foul on Bingham. That'll be the 15th foul on the Miners. Quick inbound into Hill. Here's Rollins. Albrecht follow-away jumper is good. Landon Albrecht with another big bucket. 8 points now for Albrecht. 4:50 remaining in the fourth. Gehrig. And inside to Childs. Childs lets Ben go by, spins base, and the jump hook too far out. Misses, and Albrecht with the board. Now down the floor with Trevor Hill. And now a foul on Gehrig. That'll be the 16th foul on Bingham. So after the foul, 16 fouls will be in bonus both teams for the final half of the fourth quarter. There's rapid fouls against Bingham here in the fourth. Rollins for three. Zach Rollins again, his third of the game. Zach Rollins now with 18 points. And now a foul on Elijah Glissmeyer. And that'll put Joey Childs at the line for 1-on-1. First free throw, no good from Childs. Now in the double bonus is Bingham. And he makes the second. 48-38. Or pardon me, 48-39. As we're halfway through the fourth quarter. Here's Albrecht after breaking the press. Now hands off to Rollins. Here's Albrecht down the lane, left hand, and good. Landon Albrecht come up big here in the fourth quarter. Now has 10 points. Here's Goizeta. Green, now Gehrig in the corner. Gehrig will pull for three. And Kyle Gehrig, his second tray of the game, brings us back to an 8-point game, 50-42. Albrecht now on the angle with Heslop. Here's Elijah Glissmeyer. On the angle, Zach Rollins. Rollins pull up at the junction. Too strong. Rebound taken by Yoeli Childs. Back down the floor with Bingham. Hands back to Childs. Here's Gehrig. Now Green. He'll pull for three. And it's a 5-point game. As Green finds the range from the outside. And Bingham comes storming back. 7 points now for Green. 50-45 our score. 2 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Here's Hill. Now Albrecht for three. Albrecht! What a fourth quarter for Landon Albrecht. Push it back up to 7. Albrecht with 13 points. 53-45 the lead for Alta. Here's Daylor Youngblood. Now Kyle Gehrig. In the corner, Youngblood. He'll pull for three. That's off the mark, and the rebound taken by Trevor Hill. Big possession defensively for Bingham, and a chance to, again, pull away for Alta. Now down to 2:10. There's Zach Rollins. Timeout, Alta. 2:08 remaining in the fourth quarter, and it's an 8-point lead for the Hawks, 53-45. 2:08 remaining in the fourth quarter. Bingham needs stops, and Alta just needs to burn the clock. Trevor Hill back to Zach Rollins. Now Albrecht back to Hill. Albrecht back to the hole, swatted away by Goizeta, and we'll stay here. Albrecht to trigger. He'll go deep into the backcourt. Hill to track it down. I'll give it to Rollins. 1:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. Here's Trevor Hill. Hill to the hole. Oh, nice find. Elijah Glissmeyer. Can't finish. Rebound. Yoeli Childs. Daylor Youngblood will push it up the floor. Here's Goizeta. Hands back to Gehrig. Back to Goizeta. Here's Youngblood. Now Green. Green to the hole. And foul on Glissmeyer. 2 free throws coming to Bingham. Green split the pair. 53-46 our score now. And Shoemaker with the steal on the inbound. Youngblood tracks it down. Back in the corner. Here's Green. Green will go back to the hole. Green to the window. And finishes. 5-point game, 53-48. Zach Rollins races in the front court. Trying to get that ball stolen. Tracked down by Youngblood. And a foul on Zach Rollins, and 2 free throws will come to Daylor Youngblood. Mistake by Rollins, got frustrated. And now Youngblood can make it a 3-point game from the free throw line. Youngblood split the free throws. Alta took a timeout on the inbound to avoid the 5-second call. 1:05 remaining in the fourth quarter. Hill to inbound, gets it in to Carter Heslop. Heslop is fouled, and it'll be 1-1 coming the way for Alta. Heslop made the front end of 1-1. And the second. 55-49. Down the floor with Youngblood. Now Green. Back to Youngblood inside of a minute. Gehrig. In the corner, Youngblood. Back to Green. Thought about 3, couldn't get it off. Goizeta inside is blocked. And a foul. 2 free throws come the way of Goizeta. 43.4 remaining in the fourth quarter. Goizeta made the first. Back rims the second. Rebound to Trevor Hill. Down to 40 seconds. Here's Landon Albrecht. Gets that to Hill. Hill breaks it to Heslop. Heslop with 30-second Glissmeyer. And that pass is nearly stolen by Youngblood. And will stay here with Alta. 30.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. Gets it in to Glissmeyer. Now to Heslop. Heslop to the hole. And Heslop with the bucket. All but seals the deal for Alta. Heslop now with 6 points. None bigger than that layup. Here's Green and a timeout Bingham. 17.6 remaining. Carter Heslop's layup gives Alta a 57-50 lead. Big hill to climb for Bingham. Green to inbound with 17.6 seconds. Green goes to the hole and a charge. Of all the calls tonight, that's a tough one, especially the calls the last 2 minutes. Charge on Green, and that'll all but do it for Alta. Trevor Hill to inbound after the charge call against Green. Get it in to Albrecht, and I'll put Albrecht at the line for 1-1. It's at the line for the front end of 1-1. And it rolls off. Rebound. Put it down the floor with Daylor Youngblood. 10 seconds. Now Lindsay, 5 seconds. He'll float it up and score it. Timeout Bingham with 3 seconds remaining. 3.5 remaining after the timeout. And Hill gets it into Glissmeyer, and we got a foul. And it'll be 1-1 again. No, pardon me. It will be double bonus for Glissmeyer. Glissmeyer missed the first, but only 2.6 remaining. Only way to get this down to 2 points is he makes his second. Get it in. Here's Kyle Gehrig. It'll count if it goes. And it just rims off. And a nice win for the Alta Hawks. They moved to 4-0 in region play with a 58-52 win over Bingham. Nice effort from the Miners, but a terrific fourth quarter for Landon Albrecht leads the Hawks to the 6-point win. Alta 58, Bingham 52. Stay tuned for our post-game wrap-up. Welcome back to Alta High School. Again, our final score, the Alta Hawks 58, the Bingham Miners 52. And as Alta moves on to 4-0 in region play, an outstanding game for the Hawks tonight in a tough test against Bingham. Bingham really controlled the clock. Both teams play a slow-down type of game. The Bingham size inside was really hurting him and made big shots as well. Able to hang around in this game against the Alta Hawks. And probably more talented, certainly more seasoned Alta Hawks. And I tell you what, Bingham should be proud of their younger underclassmen playing very, very well tonight, making big shots and hanging in this game. Uwele Childs was very impressive. To see where he came, we saw him on the first night of the season against Riverton. To see where he is now is quite the difference. He's looking very good and only a sophomore. Got a lot of time to get better. for ULE Chaz, but for Alta, it was about Trevor Hill, Zach Rollins making the shots when they needed to make them. But in the fourth quarter, it was all about Landon Albrecht making bucket after bucket. After it looked like Bingham making a little bit of a run, Albrecht hits the silencing three-point shot and also making other buckets at two-point range. Terrific job. Landon Albrecht is going to be our high school rewind player of the game for his efforts in the fourth quarter. Did a terrific job. Again, our final score, the Alta Hawks 58, the Bingham Miners 52. For Vince Francis, I'm Dusty Lidster. Thanks for joining us and watching High School Rewind, only on Xfinity On Demand.